very dominating performance. Game number 1. 40 minutes it still took them because they didn't really have any easy ways to bring down towers, and they also didn't have any sense of urgency whatsoever in anything they did. Balasore Tokas, they had nothing really to throw back at them. Like, even though they had a tinker, they could never really find a space to farm. And we already see the effects of that first game in some of the bands coming out here. Dark Willow not going to be joining us this time.
Yeah, I'm going to foresee a full pushing lineup from Team Surprise, according to their bans. They banned Night Stalker, Axe, and Bristle. 3 heroes you don't want to deal with aggressive duo offlanes. So, probably most likely, there's the Bloodseeker again, because that worked flawlessly for them. That's 3 counters for the Bloodseeker, and they get rid of it straight away, so... Ooh, behold the Horn of Magnus.
That's Magnus, incoming Ogre Magi, and then Ancient Apparition carry.
Get out.
With the build your own carry lineup.
Yeah, the carry creation kit.
Yeah. But yeah, Magnus first pick, that's something I haven't seen in a while, so either they're just like, oh yeah, we like this hero, maybe just give it a shot, have some fun.
5 seconds remaining.
Magnus is one of these heroes that are always hit or miss, right?
Quite literally, yes.
Yeah, like, you either get a big RP or you get a mediocre Magnus game where he does something. However, he's one of these heroes, like in Enigma, like a Tidehunter, that can completely turn around and just wipe the floor with the enemy. I think this is what they want to gamble at. I think I would argue that Team Surprise have a little bit of the better players going to the last game, because they quite dominantly won the lanes. So they want to make sure that Balasore just goes for a full team fight now, so they can outclass them in the grand scheme instead.
At least that they have a lot of good tools to be able to take a team fight and come back through that, rather than just being kind of forced to sit in the base and be bursted down every single second, essentially every single time they dare to poke their head out. But yeah, Magnus into the Disruptor, it's certainly as potent a combo as you can get. Wouldn't be too surprised if they expanded on that a little bit more going forward as well. Certainly with a melee carry, they can make good use of the Empower.
So, where do they go from here? They have Magnus on Disruptor, and that's pretty powerful. Like, that wins team fights if you land DRP, but oh no, this is the discount Willow. It's getting worse.
Bloodseeker Scar of Mage. I mean, it's almost to the point where anything that's Blood Rage that has a lot of magic that bursts to begin with. Just
pick partner.
Radiant team pick.
They banned out the Tinker, they banned out the Juggernaut, so yeah, that's good. That's a lot of deep pushing heroes. Wonder what Balasore wants to do. They banned out the Puck as well as the Zeus. Could this be Enigma? No, right? Like, they wouldn't. You wouldn't pick an Enigma.
Not normally.
All their bands looking at, like, we're gonna go Enigma or something alongside the Magnus to make sure we have superior team fight. It looks pretty juicy.
Quite the team fight, but it's also one of these lineups where you rely on your ultimates too much. Alright, who do I have to mute here? All of them. Oh god.
Joke's on you. Throw Warlord for now.
Warlord's, it's certainly one of the better ones with the Magnus. You can cleave and you can also bash, which is pretty nice.
One of the rare heroes that can stand up to the Bloodseeker in a 1-1 scenario. Yeah. Usually Bloodseeker struggles. He still has to watch out for the Blade Maid coming out, and that's one of the heroes he cannot stand 1-on-1 against. But I think overall Troll will be fine. They have to find another mid hero that kind of dishes out a little bit more physical damage and can go up to the Skyref if it's a mid Sky.
Yeah. Certainly still on cards, same as a mid Windrunner, so a lot of flexibility here in Surprise Games lineup. They really want it. But,
5 seconds remaining.
BT still need their own 4-position support. I assume that this is a Magnus offlane at this point.
Yeah, it looks like it. I don't think it's the mid Magnus. Doesn't look that promising. What is the mid hero for them in that case, though? They could go for someone like a Visage. I can see it work. It's decent against Scarif. It allows you to do some damage. It's okay against the Bloodseeker. other than that, what could you go for? Like Viper is an option if you want some lockdown, or like lockdown in terms of like it disencouraging the Bloodseeker from doing something. They're gonna go with the Nyx Assassin again. That's a little bit interesting, but this looks more like a position for Nyx Assassin this time.
Yeah, and putting a Nyx Assassin in a dual lane is an entirely different starting point than what we see in the last game, and it's good of them to realize that. If they actually go for that, which I do dearly hope.
A lich?
Because they cannot afford to just leave a hero at level 1 for 5, 6, 7 minutes. Or
Well,
close to it anyway,
that's gonna be really hard with the lich on the field, to be honest. Not staking at level 1, especially in dual lanes. I like this lich.
That's always the obnoxious type of hero that just says, hey, I'm gonna deny this creep every minute. And there's nothing you can do about it, and I'm gonna get the XP and you don't. So it's gonna be annoying for Troll Warlord, I would assume.
It should be, it should be the aggressive dual lane lich, because we saw what he can do on the Bloodseeker the last time. He had a free reign. I think he's gonna run down the exactly same scenario against the Magnus, because against the Magnus he can't really trade hits, so Bloodseeker just outlast hits him in any way.
Yeah.
Especially with like potentially the Wind Ranger on the lane. Last pick is coming up for them. What does it tie together?
Does mean that there's either Core Sky or Core Windrunner from mid, one would think. Oh, maybe not.
Oh well, let's go back to sleep, I guess.
So DK mid, Windrunner in the 3 position, or the Scarif Mage? What? Or...
I mean, if you have this, almost looks to me like Bloodseeker mid, DK safe lane, and then just farm like the wind on the off lane. They can still swap around to DK and the Bloodseeker. If there's a heavy counter to meaties in mid, then they just stick the Scarif in the mid lane, put the DK on the off lane or the Bloodseeker, and just play a total flex here. Like Bloodseeker Lich is actually pretty powerful, you could say. It's also an extra heal Lich can get. Man, that's a bonus. Sacrifice plus Bloodseeker Blood Rage. That's the pocket fountain.
Yeah. BT, you're gonna try and find some sort of solution to that. If you're thinking about the Viper that's still in the pool, decent counter to Dragon Knight. In many ways. Has some extra magic resistance to work with.
Balasore, what were you going for? You have a mid pick. Ideally, you pick somebody that benefits from attack speed and doesn't fall victim to Sky that easily. Since there's a DK, there's a slight chance on an OD, you could say. Invoker might be an option.
I'll have to serve for one thing or another soon.
I like OD here, to be honest. Alright, show me OD. As I said, Venomancer is a great option.
Pretty sure I was close with the Viper there. Didn't you with your OD?
Alright, Venom. That gives them some sort of team fight, some sort of setup. Maybe that's the plan. You suicide the Venomancer in, let them all jump on him after he press the ultimate, and then you have the RP follow-up. It sounds like that is easy to run around as a team, but especially in like the in the tier 2, tier 3 Dota level, it is really hard to have that discipline to not jump on something you can kill. I like the idea. Just suicide the Venomancer. That's my favorite type of Venom.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only type of Venom that's really viable.
Yeah, not longer physical carry. Not really.
Yeah. It's really not someone that can stay alive easily. We just gotta play around these ultimates, make sure that our heroes don't fall behind, and then we're gonna be absolutely fine, just like last game.
I don't like this play. By BT. They know there's a Lich on the offlane and they're going for the defensive trial lane with a troll. They're gonna be so starved for experience, Cerulean. Magnus will not get anything against Skyrev Bloodseeker, he just gets zoned out straight away. Then you have the mid lane where your DK has to fight up against the Venomancer, a hero he's terrible against.
30 seconds to battle.
I would favor all 3 lanes in favor of surprise here.
Well, we'll see how they actually develop. Could just be they're sitting around here to make sure that they can secure both these runes, and then fan out a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, if it does stay as a solo offlane, I certainly agree with you.
Bok. But yeah.
The battle begins.
Right. Should be the 3-for-1 split. Nicely done. A little bit of an advantage early on. They want to play really defensive. There's so much stun lock that if you get caught on level 1, you're pretty much certainly dead. And don't forget, for the top lane, that's something to look out for. And this guy has been nerfed. It's 20 more mana per arcane bolt. It doesn't look like that much. It's still pretty powerful, I'd say. But you have a little bit more or a little less arcane bolt to spam early on.
It does it up here the more you cast it, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, once he hits level 2 or 3, he'll put extra points in concussive shot, which is much more mana efficient to Ras in that sense.
Yeah, it's basically you max out concussive shot every timeline, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason to spam the arcane bolt if you can have the concussive shot with the local line. I still think he's too strong, and they should nerf this guy way more than they did. But hey, if they want to see TI completely with Scourf only, let them go ahead.
Well, for now, we do see this Shrine match up here. Stun being threatened by Ras Malai. Up in the Zeus. Does have the Wind Run available, so no easy follow-up at the best of times, yeah.
No more Venom just yet on him. But he's gonna be fairly comfortable last hitting, and you see the lane already pushing in their favor. Like, they have a decent amount of experience, they have 2 range creeps now running down the tower, and guess what? It's a lich, you don't have experience. Troll's
This
sitting
lane
on the
will never
exact...
not be in their favor because of that alone.
Yeah. Like, Troll just hit level 2, that's only because he's alone. And Lich is already level 2, it's same goes with Wind Ranger almost. Like, 2 more creeps and she's there. There's now a triple wave stacking in, and guess what? There's a sentry in this camp over here on the map, meaning that it's blocked out. They have the perfect vision from here. Like, this is just a dead lane for them, and they have to remove the Nyx Assassin from this lane ASAP. Make sure the Magnus gets enough, because Magnus, on the other hand, he's getting pressured into jungle already. Because Bloodseeker, 11 and 9 in terms of last hits and nice. It's just horrible for them.
Right now, this looks like the same kind of start. The offlane is sitting at level 1. Like, if you had Empower, maybe you can start thinking about clearing up some Kirit camps, but he hasn't even gotten that. Dante, oh, he's back up to full mana right now. He's gonna make his way up top the moment he sees the Magnus, or senses the Magnus staying anywhere close to XP range. Now he's confirming he's not already farming the jungle. Yeah.
Mid lane is the only thing that looks remotely okay for them, but even there the DK is for some reason last sitting that much. He should really be pressured. Like, right now we see it, he's sitting below this line just to last it on the Venom, when he can be up in his face on the DK, because he can trade out more efficiently every time. Even if your damage gets reduced, the poison sting extra damage sticks.
Well, still the Tango and Soul Ring already in the inventory, so once the courier is ready to go, we bring in that extra mana, but also the extra region from the ring itself, and at that point, you already have the 2 points on the Dragon Blood, and that doesn't just give you armor, it also gives you regions, so it's still really an easy way for the Venom Monster to actually kill him, unless he gets a few extra levels, at the very least. Top lane though, it's a bit of a different story here. Dante, off the Mango here, gets a little bit of extra damage out. Let's see, 2 points up on the Thirst. Fast, but not too fast here. Still trying to run him down with the extra slow to Rasmaline.
Oh,
Stun dodge, and that's going to be the first blood for them.
First blood. The twin
Magnus falls to TP out, so he's not going to be in that lane for quite a while. Down bottom, they did get a pull out now, but Nightmare is a bit of a dangerous proposition if you actually go to the low ground as the support to make this connection pull. Face with a grass or a dual lane like this.
yeah, but again, they got the D-ward on the pull camp, but they're already so far behind. Level 3 are almost level 4 on the ledge. Chor is about to hit level 3. He's a full level behind the support. Same goes to Disruptor. He's 2.5. This will not improve that easily. Like, the lane, since they didn't get the full pull through behind the tower in the lane favor, it will now push it back up here. So despite the pull, look where they are. They're in this box again. This is perfect for Lich.
Try and make a play on DK though. Inside the river, so didn't quite see Rasmalai coming for smoke. It's a follow-up stun, but yeah, look at this. They've actually no damage despite the 2 points up into the Venom Scale, 3 points up in the Poison Sting. Against any other hero, that would be more than enough to
Say
click
my
them
name.
Oh,
It's the corner.
Venom once again. Not enough mana actually for Gale though, but right clicks, say my name, takes the tower shot.
Poison Sting should be enough. There we go.
On your hands.
Arms for the dead.
Every coin helps.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Isn't it?
Mage, gonna get this one.
Is mine.
Yeah, slight misplay, you could say. But yeah, 2k gold lead are going in their favor. Wind Ranger getting enough on the offlane. Looking at the last hits, yeah, all the 3 lanes are doing better, especially the Bloodseeker. Again, 20 denies. Not as dominant as the last game, but still extremely good. Level 2 madness, that pretty much says it.
Essentially not that Magnus, he has to dodge out that silence. Those on the skewer now, but not prevent his death. Too much damage here on the Bloodseeker. It was just a bit of extra first bonus damage coming in.
Rogue coming in. That's a dangerous kill against the Venom. He's out of mana though, so he should be able to stay alive for the moment. But don't forget, this gives extra movement speed to the Bloodseeker on the top lane. So the moment Magnus comes on this lane, he gets snapped down.
Rogue going to be slowed down, full of silence now from Nick's assassin, trying to prevent the at least no counterplay here. They still get enough damage in onto Rogue. They'll find all these kills, one would think. Nothing time drag right there, just as the like Carapace expires. 2-for-1 trade in the end, and well, the Dragon Form pops. Catapults
Radiant's top tower
has
is
already
under attack.
been killed on the dire side, unfortunately, so you can't rely on that for extra pushing power.
Level 2 Dragon Split should be enough for him to just tank the tower.
Zeus
Radiant's
outside a kinetic field now, so perhaps a bit dangerous here. Windrun already waited out. Glimpse back into a couple more right clicks here. Zeus stick charges, not keeping him alive for long enough. Well executed gank here, Nightmare. Ready to go from behind.
Flame's Bloodseeker is getting so much farm again. I can't believe it's
Rogue with the Invis rune.
easy.
Oh, that's the worst feeling.
That's like a treant walking by. We had that the other day. Like in any other game in Castle, we just had a treant running by on the map. This treant protector had Tranquil Boots and a Wind Lace, and he was just running around to dire side, and he popped a total of 6 smokes over the game. Like, and he never got caught off guard. He was too fast. They couldn't lock him down.
Middle lane this time though, smoke. Dropping quite low with the 3 points up in Gale. Extra damage as they try and get range for the limbs too, which is still on cooldown anyway, so never mind. Wouldn't have gotten the range, but just trying to get an extra bit of damage from the Thunderstrike to put smoke over the edge, unable to do so. At least forcing him back, which does mean that Dante though can soak up that extra bit of experience in gold, and Scarif Mage with extra experience is also quite helpful.
Yeah, one of these heroes that really excel at having levels. We notice he needs like the cheapest items available. You can go 5-0 Talisman and just be a core hero at 40 minutes. Like he's pretty disgusting. And if you get that Atos, your kill potential just quadruples.
Looks like
You can
Rush
kill any
also
support.
too. Picking up the bracer rather than a null talisman.
Has the boots though, not really a rush. Hey Venno, doing a decent amount of damage on Smoke here. Level 4 Gale is no joke with level 4 Poison Sting, but... Oh, stop the falling bottom. Oh no, the balance.
Windrun with the ultimate rogue also providing some extra bit of burst and actually running into these axes, not going enough to keep him safe.
How did Rogue get that kill?
Skill.
But he wasn't even in range. How did he get that hit off? Hello?
Yeah, it's a long range. Long attack range.
I guess.
Must have been
Smoke
a-
fighting in mid.
after him.
Oh, uphill miss on Venno. You're so unlucky. He still had to stick charges. Come on.
Smoke's gonna die in return.
Gets the kill anyways. Welcome to Venno. BT bottom.
Rasmalite?
Just a rupture.
Well, jokes on you, this vision up here. So you're dead.
Yeah, I
down
think-
bottom they got a kill.
I think he noticed now. This guy's gonna get level 6 out of this. He's used the board as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I like how they rotate Seminade much earlier than they did in the last game. It does leave a little bit of extra space for Magnus to catch up. But even so, he's still not at level 6, still about 300 gold away from that arcane boost that he's looking for.
Yeah,
So
he's not
it's,
doing good.
Yeah, it's not something that you have to worry about just yet.
I think that's the fine trade-off because they restricted Joel even further. Joel having the exact same amount of experience compared to Magnus. Magnus sitting on almost level 6, but still 5. Doesn't even have to face boots in 10 minutes. And just gave up a tower here as well.
Oh, beautiful double shackle here. They can actually fight us a little bit more if they really want to. It's BT now. It's gonna rock in a hard place. Rupture means you can't move, but Blood Red means you kind of have to move or else you die anyway. Drop in that Lich ultimate just for good measure. Now lowering down Nightmare, look at how fast he still is.
Gotta go fast.
Extra kills somewhere else, no Magnus, and he's just running over them again.
Radiant's top tower
And Gale aside, he might just run up to him and kill. Yeah, Wind Ranger just TP's out. There's no ultimate leveled yet on the Venno, which he's level 8. That's like the worst. That's the worst level in Venno, and if you're in the core position, you want that level 9, so you have to poison over to eventually take somebody out even in the fountain. Without it, it simply doesn't work. He's stuck without anything. He did decide to go for the Arcula and more into a physical Hurricane Pike build, which I doubt is going to be effective. Yes, they need the 4 stuff against the Skyrev, but you're also against the Bloodseeker. They're always going to stack that up. They're going to force you to move while you're in the Rupture.
I mean, ever since they got rid of that damage challenge from Venomancer, this particular build is less viable, I would say. And I'll try and pop that ultimate now onto Rogue, and we'll see whether that'll be enough. Still healing quite a bit with Tranquil Boots also unbroken inside the fountain, and yeah, that makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah, but without the Tranquils, he's dead right there, and this is your Venomancer strategy.
Oh, he still dies. Got the Static Storm off though, and that's almost enough. Locked down in the same lane. Just get the Stone Stick Charge off with a beautiful shackle. Onto Rasmalai. Some of both of these survive by the skin of their teeth.
Radiant structures
In the meantime,
Oh, just working away up top. Yeah.
yeah, smoke is going towards the pipe, I would assume, or at least the Herd of Defiance. Meaning, yeah, good luck, Venno. The moment the pipes comes online is the moment where you either have enough damage to kill the entire team, or it's the moment where you just farm for an eternity. I wonder if he's gonna actually pick up the gold talent on level 10. I think they have to, because if they want to win this game, it has to go super late. We're at 12 minutes and there's already 9k gold leaf for surprise here.
Oh yeah, I mean, in general, I feel like the gold talent is the choice that's picked up more often as BT. Oh, well, that ultimate a little bit unlucky with the bounces. Going back to the troll warlord and try and making sure it does stay alive still. As Rogue just straight up TPing out. Ooh, the skewer just in range to cancel it. Phew. Yeah, that kill.
You are correct. There's a 70% chance on the gold talent, or pick rate over the 30% on the venomous gale, which I personally like the game more. I think it's better. It even has the high win rate on the side load. The gold is nice, especially it is 90 gold at 10 minutes. That is cool. But the gale, if you fight a lot, is it's so good. Like 10 seconds for a gale.
I'm a fan of it myself, especially considering like the other talents. Like I like to go for this whole ward build with the extra 2 wards on hero impacts and then a triple take ward HP.
Nah, screw that.
Oh god, BT. Alright, just get nuked down.
Ouch. Skyref here.
So Windrunner just coming in and out. That's a bit of a silence on Magnus. Don't fall up. Jumps back onto Dante, so really wants the shackle though. Will at least get the Magnus away, but this is Scarif Mage in a quite rough position. He might be able to turn things around onto one hero if he can get another on the spell off, but the mana burn means that you have not enough mana for the ultimate.
Radiant's
As
middle
well as the
tower is
silence
under attack.
or the concussive shot, so that will be the end of him. Buying a lot of space though at the moment.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Made some space, but
Oh, yeah.
you were talking about the Venomancer.
Yeah,
Didn't
back to the
finish your sentence.
Venomancer. So the thing is, if you consider the position that you're in and the position or the way these fights are likely to go, like what you were talking about earlier, that suicide Venom, where you just walk in, get your spells off once, and then die because you have no other choice, then it does make more sense to go for the poison aura builds and for the extra GPM, because you're unlikely to survive long enough for you to get 2 gales out in the first place in
True
the
enough.
context of these fights. So in that sense, it's better to have that extra bit of income, especially seeing how you tend to die a lot.
Here's the hold on, Skyref, good. just getting deboard here. Might even get a kill. Yeah, you're done for.
You've got Scarab Mage ultimates, a lot of small damage instances, so you can only block one of them. The rest still hit home. This nice little Lich ultimate here. Gonna bounce a little bit. Splash Storm kind of wasted it, just walked straight through it. He has to find a Magnus problem, something so.
You think that would be? You think that would be an adequate nerf to the Scarab if you just make the rework the ultimate, then it's no longer like 100,000 little damage instances?
It's the only way to make sure that you can split it properly, I think.
Yeah, sadly, maybe to put it into like quarters.
I don't know. Don't think it's too much of an issue.
Similar like the torrent splits, like it's fairly slow as well.
So, I mean, as we see, the actually killed quite a few heroes, especially Say My Name with a glimpse back. Troll barely even keep himself alive after the rupture with the sealing self. The axes and whatnot actually turn into quite the victory here for them.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
At the end of the day, a Scarab, I mean, the fact that those are a lot of damage instances is really only an issue for like a handful of heroes. It's an issue for Nyx Assassin because you can use by Carapace to really block it, and the other one would be perhaps Temple Assassin.
Yeah, TA is one of the big heroes that struggles against the Visage would come to mind as well. A hero that is commonly picked against them would benefit from this change so much. But there's some other heroes as well that like can pop an instance, and it's I know I'm not quite sure Sky is in a balanced way right now. There has to be some sort of bigger drawback for him. It used to
like of the ultimates, it's the of all the spells that he has, the ultimate is probably the most balanced one. But I don't really see much of an issue with it.
I think the biggest issue is that Sky used to be that drawback, being super squishy. But yeah, stuff like the Atos just completely fixes it. Oh, suddenly 2 hasted hero behind you. We have 2 Bloodseekers now. Have fun.
Still forced to pop the rupture to really feel safe with that kill, so that's a win in its own right.
Yeah, I just imagine Sky like being more in a position of like, let's say the Bat Rider, where his spells more clearly amplify the damage than just dishing out the damage regardlessly. He just has both now, like Arcane Bolt scaling off his intelligence, having the Ancient Seal together with it, and then the Concussive Shot with the ridiculous cooldown to damage conversion. I think you could even go so far and say like, not remove the damage on Concussive Shot, but make it delayed or just put it in half, given the Night Stalker treatment.
Oh, well, see another fight. Little double stun from Rasmaline. Yeah, first RP of the game. Only hits one, but the bottom on Bloodseeker. Dropping super low, but now the Lich ultimate with the power shot bouncing through. The damage is there. It's gonna be full 5-man wipe. Only getting the Bloodseeker in the end. Did finish what they started. That's it.
No, that's rubbing it in. That was the perfect voice line.
Well, all applauding for 2 versus Steam anyway.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Would be only better if he didn't die. Or he gets denied.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're gonna claim it to stream.
Yeah, that's one thing that I didn't quite have last game, the ability to reliably put damage on objectives too. Nice little stun there here after the blink out. Smoke dodging in, and now, well, they just burst down the Nyx Assassin. Beautiful shotgun shot as Magnus skewers in. That's another Silence on Disruptor. A couple of right clicks would finish him off, but now with more and more people running into the front, trying to dodge away from that here. No ultimate for the Vandmaster, but you do get the glimpse back on the Windrunner and bursting down regardless inside that Static Storm, and they want more. Vandmaster can throw on a few slows here with Vision.
That's the gem.
Just with the Plague Wards. Throw going down, and yeah, gem on the deck. Smoke, I was thinking about.
Well, good luck running now.
Can't blink when there's Serpent Wards or Plague Wards, Ian. So can't really kill him. At the very least, ensuring that you're the ones holding on to the gem now. Which means you can take over map control here. This Observer Ward has been plopped down. It's likely to be dewarded soonish.
Maybe. That really depends on where they're moving. We actually did pick up the gem. It's a Nyx Assassin. That's a smart play. So he can scatter in the Vendetta. The biggest problem I see is there's a T1 top, there's a T1 mid, and there's a T1 at bottom. Meaning the Nyx assassin cannot make this free rotation. Like, I keep talking about it in every cast, like, you have this mid lane highway, as soon as this T1 falls, you have the entire map control. Like, there's a reason it's the most important tower in the game. It gives you quick access to the rage pit, it gives you quick access to the jungle, and if you get rid of it, then you just have, then you basically have the whole map under your control. We've seen that from Team Surprise. They used the fallen mid tower to freely rotate into this jungle area. And I think they need to mimic the same on the other side and just try to get rid of this T1 mid.
Well, it's easier said than done. Despite that victory here, they haven't really been able to establish any sort of follow-up plan before for Surprise Gaming were regrouped essentially.
Don't really agree with the Venomancer item choice here. He's going for BKB next. That's the last item you want, right?
He's playing a bit of a different route. Like, we want to actually stay alive in these fights a little bit longer, rather than just go in and maximize the damage. Which, quite backing out now. Scout Mage with combo to disrupt, almost not to burst it down, but beautiful double RP here. Small card, but same as Rogue, but does get the ultimate off. Quick bounces. Now BT shackled up as he's trying to man fight here. Will be first down on top of everybody else. Just like that. Jam is back in the hands of the rightful owners.
Alright. Why is the hero that should die at the start of the fight surviving the fight and everybody else is dead? Little bit questionable. Venomancer surviving.
Like,
That was
questionable
at the best.
Radiant's middle tower.
Like, maybe you figure, hey, I can't really afford to just walk in and die, because it's not really going to do too much anyway, because I don't quite yet have a Kaio or Veil or an Axe, anything that amplifies the damage from the ult. So it's not really reliable ways to kill people off. So the rest of the team dies in the meantime anyway.
But I think neither is the physical build.
That you have the Dragon Knight healing up, that you have the Bloodseeker who's potentially just able to right-click his way out of any sort of issue. And
I think the same applies to the physical damage build though. You have the Bloodseeker already with a
blade mail. It's not
mail.
about physical damage, it's about his not walking in the middle of the fights and wanting to stay alive.
I can see it. I would have preferred to go for the full sacrificial build because you have a Magnus behind you. Like, they have a really powerful team fight. This is one of the reasons we see Surprise not straight up running high ground. They can't afford to catch that 5-man RP. Because 5-man RP together with the Static Storm on top of a Venomancer and a Nyx Assassin stun, that is so much they can't afford. And they will always have that follow-up stun because Nyx Assassin can easily hit an Impale after the RP.
Yep. Get that RP first though. It is not easy. There's plenty of ranged heroes here on the field. Can kind of stay apart from each other. So far they haven't really been giving them an opportunity for really big RP play, but maybe now with this Roche. They're all smoked up. It's pretty... it's a rotation that's pretty easy to call. The question is, will they be ready for it? Dante is sitting on the outside, but no one in a position to break smoke just yet, until just now. They see it coming in. There's the stun smoke in the front lines. Everyone else in the back, they just throw their spells through his burst down immediately, and then the blink forward. Magnus could not find an opening.
He hesitated so much.
Well, that's Shackle. He's not really doing too much.
You weren't so damn dead.
Might get Zeus. Takes a lot of damage. Gets the
off. So, yeah.
It gets the Sky, and that should be that Wind Ranger as well. Or is she?
It's gonna be too late, I think.
Yeah. Oh, by one tick. Unlucky.
That's what Poison Over is not actually lethal, so that's that.
Yeah, this is where you need the Poison Sting, because it lasts so long. Yeah. Additional 15 seconds.
Batman.
Incoming they buff the Poison Over, it can actually kill now. That would be so broken.
Oh.
But yeah.
Later on, if you have that extra AoE, extra duration, more like.
So, do you think this was a dual die for the Magnus pit? Like, the moment you had the smoke revealed, shouldn't he have just blinked into the pit and pressed that button? Like he would have had four, he would have hit 4 at least.
Knowing what we know, that was the right play, yeah. But he hesitated. It's just
Every
a little bit too long. Like they don't have BKBs on their course. They cannot actually afford to walk in without having that initiation, seeing how they group themselves up. Smoke, quite a few spells, but he in turn has the BKB, stuns up into the Mystic Flare. That's one hero down already. That's a nice little RP, but there's no follow-up whatsoever. Should be a death necklace here, despite the TP out, not going to be coming out in time.
Yeah, this DK is
Just too little
unkillable.
too late. Another shackle here, actually connecting on the Venom monster behind him too. Oh my god, Blood Rage.
Buyback, but
But
they have nothing left.
Dire's
There is Doctor Protection, so they can't straight up push, but yeah, look at Saban, like, my base, get out.
this is looking more like last game, except much earlier. Last game they ended in about 40 minutes.
Yeah, 43, and now we're 26
Like
and
I
they're
was
reaching.
inhibited, but immediately another blink forward, instantly bursting down the next assassin. The 8-cost Scarf Mage ultimate isolated on the Magnus, and not stopping here. They're blinking forward, they're looking for the lockdown, and Zeus even picking up his BKB from the other base. It's just, well, he's feeling it right now. Shackle, not actually connecting. And, oh wow, did he? No, never mind. Oh god, are they really doing that? Come on, say my name. Yeah, you deserve to die. It was only the Aegis. Diving found like that, that's just adding insult injury.
Fountain diving makes you angry, isn't it?
It does. Less so in lobby games than in top games, because in lobby you can say GG whenever.
Still alive?
I think
What really annoys me is extending the game because you want to farm the fountain.
I think fountain diving is fine. It depends. Like sometimes you dive for fountain because you want to get a kill and you can't end the game just yet. But I think it's also psychological, like saying, hey, maybe you didn't realize it, but this game is over. Can you please tab out? So
Like, it's fine to get a kill like that, but it's what I really hate is people not hitting buildings in pubs when the game's already over.